Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another squishy makeover. And this squishy makeover is going to be this Little Mermaid. Get it? Okay, so I'm gonna try to turn this mermaid into Ariel. She doesn't have that many imperfections per se, and she's pretty slow rising. The only thing is like, what is going on with this tail? Like, what is that? It looks like she's wearing like a scale dress or something, but anyway, let's get started. So to start off, I'm going to try to shave off this tail, and I'm cutting it as neatly as possible. And I'm not sure why I'm doing this, which kind of worked out because I end up using it, but I'm just going to take my small scissors and trim it down. The Little Mermaid is actually one of my favorite movies of all time from Disney. I mean, like, it's a long list, but I love the classics. They're just so, romantic. So we take this all the way to the front, and I think about reshaping it, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the whole thing out. And once I cut that out, I will figure out what to do with it. Well, that's what I thought anyway, but it didn't really work out that way. There was like a lot of material, and I was really, really afraid to cut in a way that I wouldn't be able to like reverse it. I mean, I think this mermaid could have been like great for an episode of Squishy Doctor, but like she's not really damaged. So in Squishy Doctor is more like for like squishies that are really, really damaged or like really in like bad shape. This is more like plastic surgery, but it's more like a really necessary surgery. So I don't know. I'm that kind of doctor. So once I finally get the whole thing out, I start to trim everything. I try to even it out as much as possible. And I just hack away for a while. And then I do the same for the tail because I'm actually going to end up using the tail. You see, I'm like measuring it out to put it back there. Now, it is too flimsy right now, so I am going to have to work on it. But before I worry about that, I'm like, let me see some progress. And I start painting the mermaid's hair. Now, Ariel has like this very distinct red, like bright red hair, which are like my hair goals, but I'm not that bold right now, so yeah. And I just put it directly. You guys know that I love to mix my paints with white because they just go on so much better. And I'm thinking here that maybe I could have put a coat of white to start off, but I decided to just put the red right on it and pray for the best. So after the first coat, I actually create the tail, and you're gonna see that there I have backed it with some like memory foam. Not really memory foam, it's like a piece of squishy from the whole bunch that Lola ripped out. I actually thinking of doing a whole video of all the squishies that she's ripped apart. It's like a really, really long list, like probably longer than my favorite Disney movies. So, and then I darkened her skin just a little bit. She actually had a good skin tone. She was just a little bit pale, but Ariel's pretty white herself. Like, she's pretty pale in skin. So, I mean, she lives under the sea, right? So, yeah. So I just darkened it out a little bit, but mainly I just try to match it. I just need to get rid of the eyes. I actually like them. I thought of just painting over them, but then I went another route. So, and I'm gonna do this again. And I do this a total of 3 times for the face, and you're gonna see that I didn't actually get rid of all of it. So we just gotta make things work. And I do this for like the arms and the little belly too. I don't paint it underneath the belly where the sponge is because I want the sponge to soak up the paint once I paste on the tail. And so I need it to be untouched. And I mix some dark purple and some like light purple to create her seashells. And I'm happy with it. This is probably the easiest part. I only did one coat. It's pretty thick, so it worked out. It dried completely purple, and it gave it a little bit more of a boost because it's pretty flat here, so that worked out really well. And finally, I'm starting to see progress because the tail and the cutting and the cutting of the cutting, it was just it was a lot of work, and you never really see it coming together. So, I mean, at this point, I was pretty happy. I feel like I just had parts to put together. So Ariel has like really big blue eyes, and I mean, they're not like light blue, they're kind of like mid blue, but they were black and I wanted like a big contrast, so I put like this light color, like light blue. I'm not sure what it's called. It's probably like a sky blue. And I did that. I thought about creating lashes, and that's why you see them back there, but once I decided not to do lashes, I actually go back with some of that skin tone color and just cover it up some. And then I'm gonna work on the star. I don't want the star to be a star. Okay. I actually there's this scene when like they're singing Under the Sea that she has wearing like this really pretty flower on her head, and it's pink. So I turned that star into like a little flower. And if I recall correctly, which yeah, I know. I gotta Google the pictures. But I think it has like a little yellow dot in the middle, and that's what I did. So if it's not, just, work with me here. And she's really starting to come together. I literally am like, oh, and then I think about it and I'm like, she also has like red lipstick, or maybe she doesn't, but I picture her with like this bright red lipstick, so I put it on, and I want like this really colorful cheeks on, and I end up regretting all of this, and so I have to go back and fix it. But see here, I think this is a good idea, and then I'm like, oh, I don't know, it's really pink, and I felt like it didn't really go with how pale her skin was. Looking at it right now, I'm like, yeah, no, definitely not. So I went back with whatever was left of the skin color, and I just toned down the cheeks and the mouth a tiny little bit. And I'm happy with it. I feel like, it's a lot more subtle, and it just goes with her face. I mean, because she is 16, so you shouldn't, wear all that makeup. When you're young, you're just nice and fresh. So finally, the tail. Oh my goodness. All right. So the tail, I just painted literally like a dark green. Before it was like a teal color, and I wanted like a deep green. And that's what I did. I feel like Ariel's it changes. Sometimes I feel like it's dark green. Sometimes it's like a bright green, like a colorful green. Anyway, this is the color that I chose, and I stuck with it. So after I put all that fabric glue, I put on my scrunchie and just let it sit there for a while. And there it is! And I'm so happy with it. I was like, yeah, but there's this little crack there. And so I take my glitter green paint, and I just create, because it's like there's like this like little crest. I don't know what it's called. I don't even know if it's real, but on mermaids, like on their tails, Ariel has it, and it's like a light green. So but I was so happy with the green that I have that I decided to just use this glittery green to clear up that seam and bring everything together. And so here I'm gonna clean it up according to me, and I actually end up like smearing it. So I take my pointy tool, and I just the good thing about glitter paint is that it goes back into place really easy, and that also helped me even out little bits that were clumpy. And once I'm done with it, she's ready. She is ready. Thank goodness, because the sun is about to set, and I've been like filming for like 8 hours now. This actually happened in days, so yeah, there's that. And there she is! She is so cute. I am so happy with it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave me comments in the comments below so that I know what videos to work on next.